Good morning, Derek. Wait, wait, wait for it.
Gut health support, daily nutrients, of course, and millions of live probiotics.
Okay. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. A.H. Anthony Hunt. Good morning. Good morning, Mark. And Mello. Good morning, Mello. 301. Must love. Mark and Dawn, good morning. Say hello to Zoe for me. So Bill's back, huh, Sue Little? Oh boy. Oh geez. Must love, the drive was great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Sue, I'll reach out to Bill today. I'll send him an email. Thank you for the update there. Thank you. We sure miss him, and it's got to be pretty serious to put a tough guy like that in the hospital. Summer, super talented Summer. Really nice music work, Summer. Thank you for sharing that on the IG group chat the other day. Very, 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 very nice. Sammy P, next time you're going to have to show a video of you actually playing it. Not that we don't think it's you, but it would be fun to see. Okay, Sue, thank you for that update. Sincerely. Yeah, of course, Summer. Of course we're going to listen. So Sue is telling us, Sue Little is telling us that Bill was back in the hospital working. Thank you, Wizzy Waz. Back in the hospital fighting an infection in his leg. And our friend is wishing us well. I think we should be wishing him well. Anybody that needs the email for Bill, so they want to send him a note of love, anybody that needs Bill's email can reach out to me through my email. Or Sue, do you have it? Let me know if Sue has it. Or if somebody knows it right now, if they could post it here on a comment. I think it would be nice if 3 or 5 of us, give me 5 people. Thank you, Anthony. Give me 5 people that would be willing to send get well soon email to Billy D. That's 1, Anthony Hunt. Give me 4 more people. Summer, you're killing the game, girl. Derek Anderson's gonna send him one home. Cleanie. Nerdster. You don't have it at this time. Let me see if I do. Give me a second. Matter of fact, I know I do. He wrote me he sent me something, I think Friday. There it is. Okay, listen up. Listen up, kids. I'm going to give you Bill's email. Derek, do you think you could write that down and then put it on your comment? or it's not wiggling like mine. It's basically his last name. Derui Bill. There you go, screenshot that you're smarter than the average bear. Okay. Have a great day, Sammy P. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Bill lives in Oregon. I don't think Bill's going to be overwhelmed, Mark. How nice it would be to open a few emails from us. Yeah, Higgs. Thank you. Mark, that's very thoughtful of you to think ahead on that. But I don't know. Thank you for doing that, Mark. Sending him goodies. I feel for Billy. He would be here. You guys know if Bill could be here, he'd be here. He and Derek Anderson bump shoulders at the door coming in almost every morning. Okay. Thank you guys. If you are feeling the feel, or if you're feeling like what Mark said, maybe you feel like you would overwhelm them. You guys decide. Okay? I think, I know I'm going to send them a notice. And yes, we appreciate Sue's special, their relationship and the fact that she's keeping us updated. Thank you. Let's turn it around to Pop Clown. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Home safe and free. Thank you, Living Lace. That is kind of a siren color, isn't it? Thank you to Living Lace. You guys notice the background? Thank you, Anthony. Do you guys notice the background? That's what that means, Aaron. Pop Saru is home at last. I had a great vacation. Every single moment of my vacation was wonderful. It was so neat. I told you guys a little yesterday. I won't go on about it, but I think with my family member, found out, we did some wonderful things. Got them very involved. They're floating on a pink cloud right now, and I couldn't be more proud or more happy. And I got to keep my finger on the pulse. As we all know, it's easy to fall off clouds. But by the same token, it's easy to keep on floating if you're doing all the right things. So, Ruff is exhausted. He likes to sleep a lot during the day like most dogs. And he didn't get that chance very much because there was a lot of kids in and out in different days and all the activity. He just couldn't sit down like he normally did. So he was half a nervous wreck, not in a bad way because Ruff is so sweet. So he was never a problem. But he was half a nervous wreck half the time. Thank you, Higgs. They're well on their way. Just got a notice this morning, just made their 20th meeting. Just made Ruff is crashed on the couch right now. We'll probably hear him right around 10 o'clock when he comes and asks me for his car ride. Are we going for a car ride? Yeah. Right, so, except that it snowed overnight. Can you see it? Yeah, I'll show you. Snowed overnight, and I have a garage I usually park my car in, no problem. Well, last night, because I got home around 7:30 and it was after dark, I pulled my car up to the side of my house so I could unload the stuff that I had. So I parked there, and I thought, well, I have a little mission to run in the morning. I'll just stay parked there, start putting my stuff away, and I won't put the car in the garage tonight. Give me 5 people that think that was a bad idea. Give me 5 people that say, Pops, you should have put your car in the driveway. In the garage. Just 5 of you. Pops, it would have taken an extra 3 minutes to put your car in the garage. Paparoo, why didn't you park the car where you're supposed to? Okay? I was lazy, nerdy. Put it away, put it away, put it away now. I should have put it away. Put it away, put it away, put it away now. There I go. Discipline weighs ounces, forget. Yes. Weighs ounces, regrets weigh ton. There's a ton of snow. Actually, it doesn't look like a bad dust day. It looks like I made work for myself. I made work for myself. You got a lot over there too, didn't you, Aaron? Aaron's in Michigan too. Aaron got some snow. That was a good one, huh, Nerdy? Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. That's good. That's good. So, take note of this. How many people here, just a brief show of hands, believe that being the shortcut to the shortcut, right, Wazzy? I took the shortcut to the long cut. I took the shortcut to the long cut. Yeah, Ghastly, you got some snow where you are too. Ghastly's in, I think you're still in Roseville, Maryland. What was I just saying? Oh. Psychedelic assisted therapy. The short, it's an acronym in when you're reading, is PAT. PAT, Psychedelic Assisted Therapy, PAT. 10 inches to you guys, Aaron, I had about 4 when I got home. Cleany, you guys are going to get hit with a bomb. They call it some kind of a bomb. Cyclone or something. It's coming to the northeast. You guys are supposed to get hit with a record amount right through your area. A nor'easter, is that what it is? A bomb cyclone, that's what it is. A bomb cyclone. So, Herbie, you guys are cold. How many think that psychedelic assisted therapists or facilitators, which is another word, PAT facilitators, psychedelic assisted therapy facilitators, how many people think they're going to be pretty valuable and it's going to be a good career in the future? Just give me a show of hands. The way they're going to write the laws is it's going to, for the first couple of years, you can guarantee there'll have to be facilitation involved. I'm not going to even say that's a bad thing. Okay, but how many people think it's going to be a career? It might be a neat career move. Thank you, Dusty. Only 3 of you. Only 3 people think it's a good idea. I mean, integration, when you take a journey, what was that all about? What was it all about? Huh? Get any integration facilitators. It's going to be a big deal. You can get certified at home and be working towards it. Nerdy, it's going to be phenomenal for the patients. We're talking about veterans suffering from a life debilitating PTSD. We're talking about end of life therapy. End of life therapy. These people want to have somebody to talk to. A trained person that's been taught the history, the science, and the actual application of an incredible psilocybin plant medicine. Write this down if you're interested. Write this down if you're interested. The name of the place is School of Psychedelics. School of Psychedelics, just 3 words. Psychedelics are here whether the powers that be like it or not. People are having profound experiences left and right, and they need support integrating them. You can help. School of Psychedelics, that's correct, Dan. Derek, that's the right way to spell it. You can help. School of Psychedelics is enrolling. It's February 2026 training cohort now. And early bird signups ended November 30th. Sorry about that. When you register, you'll learn embodied imagination for psychedelic integration, which is a dream work based method designed explicitly for this work, including the coming Ibogaine tsunami. Okay? And once you graduate, listen to this part. Once you graduate, they'll even send clients your way through their practitioner directory. Your name will be put in their practitioner directory, and they'll even send clients your way. So that alone gives you a pretty big answer, Queenie. I imagine the accreditation overall isn't uniform yet, but different places are offering different certificates. Okay? But these guys are no small potatoes. I'm going to be looking into it myself. All right? Let's talk. We're going to throw a couple hacks at you, then we're going to do something, and then we're going to do something. How many people remember Nolan Ryan? How many people remember Nolan Ryan, the baseball pitcher? I bet you the older fellas here do. Remember Nolan Ryan? Paranoid says he had a fastball. He was a baseball pitcher, right? He did pitch for the Rangers, Goody, and he also pitched for the Angels. He pitched a few places. Dan, is that true? He had 9 no-hitters? He had 9 no-hitters? Wait a minute. And the Astros, 4-Leaf has a couple of his baseball cards. They must be worth a lot. Bill says he was a Cy Young Award winner. Huh. Used to have his card, Goody. Nolan Ryan. About the fastest fastball you'll see in Major League Baseball right now. When you watch, and these guys are flamethrowers. If you go over 100 miles an hour, you're like have a Superman arm. Then you get a couple of guys, they're 101. In the World Series last year, I was watching, one guy threw one pitch, 103. 103 miles an hour. Nolan Ryan looks at that and goes, that's nothing. When adjusted for modern measurement techniques, Nolan Ryan threw a fastball upwards of 109 miles an hour. If Nolan was standing next to dude that just threw one right through the same measuring speed trap, 109 miles an hour. Okay. All right, that's not impressive. Nobody cares. That's insane. That was even before steroids. I know, Aaron. He would have knocked you out with the baseball. Buzz Aldrin's mother's maiden name. Yeah, Ghastly. He's probably got a noodle for an arm now, right? Buzz Aldrin's mother's maiden name was Moon. I guess it was in his DNA to go to the moon. That's crazy. Insects are more closely related to lobsters and crabs than they are to centipedes and millipedes. Insects are more closely related to lobsters and crabs than they are to centipedes and millipedes. I don't like crabs. And I might have had lobster. I've maybe eaten lobster. Jesus Christ, we already know that. We already know all about you and that stuff. I've had lobster maybe 5 times in my life. First time I was over 30 years old. And I live near the beach. I live near an ocean. I just didn't want to do shellfish. I didn't want to do the whole crab, lobster thing freaked me out. Freaked me out. I'm like, yeah, I don't need it. Still don't need crabs, except a Maryland blue crab. And lobster, you know the guys that sit around in a sports stadium? Overrated. Overrated. That's how I feel like if I could be in a lobster stadium. Overrated. That's my personal opinion. It's all it is. It's like, why don't I eat rubber? Okay. And I'm sure I haven't had it. I've never had it made for me by a Michelin star chef, so that might be the problem. But I have eaten at Red Lobster. I did have some lobster. Yeah. Hey, Maryland Blue. We can live with Maryland Blue all day long. But you have to crack them yourself and actually pull the meat out. I don't want somebody to give me a crab cake they already made. No. Kim said, okay, so I would be eating, Kim, you recommend just eat the butter with some lobster flavoring. Is that what you're saying? Glassic is all over lobster. No, 4-leaf is all over lobster bisque. Tomato bisques are okay. Lobster. Overrated. Oh, okay. Maryland blue crab. Hey, when I first got to Maryland, 1991, neighborhood block party, they went out and got bushels, I'm telling you, 10 bushels, maybe 8, of Maryland blue crab. That's how they measure them there, you guys. You go to the place that steams the crabs, and you leave with the bushel. And you would have that, and then you had this Maryland sweet corn, garlic bread, maybe some coleslaw salad, red cabbage, coleslaw salad, and Old Bay seasoning. Remember? Eating crabs is a giant. So it's the first time, eggs. I got there, and within a couple of weeks, I was going to be where my sister lived. There was going to be this big street party. The whole street, everybody on the street brings their something out, pumpkin pies, and my goodness, I'm getting hungry right now. And then you have this cracker, this thing that you use to crack the crab. And you break the crab open, and you have to pick the meat out, okay, of its shell, and then the arms, the claws, crack those, and then you dip it like Kim says. Definitely have a lot of butter around. Oh my goodness, Maryland blue crab. There are areas in World War I left red zones of Europe so destroyed that they are still. Old Bay is king, eggs. That's the seasoning, you guys. Old Bay. Oh my God. Eggs, are you hungry right now? Eggs, are you hungry? World War I left red zones of Europe so destroyed that they are still uninhabitable over 100 years later. Page, Maryland blues, all day. I'm drooling all over myself, Pops. I agree with you, bro. So am I. So am I. Is this true? This can't possibly be true. This can't be true. I'm ready to read a rando facto, but I just read it to myself before I read it out loud. This cannot possibly be true. Impossible. Impossible. The Federal Emergency Management Association. That's FEMA. Okay? Derek Anderson, please help me out with this one. Please help me. I need fact checkers. This can't be true. The Federal Emergency Management Association, FEMA, measures. Wait. What's the Chesapeake Bay crab? We're still talking about crabs. Let's go back. Let's talk about crabs for the rest of the morning. The FEMA measures how bad storms are by whether or not Waffle House is open and if they're serving a full or limited menu. Excuse me. There's somebody at FEMA calls the Waffle House and says, are you guys serving a full or a limited menu today? Excuse me. The Waffle House Index. 15 of you have heard of this before? Wait a minute. Do you call Hooters? Why do they call What is going on? That's how we're spending our federal management money? What? And you guys knew about it and didn't do anything? You guys are okay with it? The people that knew about it, wait a minute. No. If you knew about it and you didn't do anything about it, okay. Oh no. I know, Ghastly, the 90s was when they were hooting pretty good. I can't believe that one. Okay, you can tell a cold front is coming in at Hooters. Oh, no. Kim, you're bad. I'm glad a girl said it instead of Jesus Christ in Australia. Oh, no. Oh, somebody's going to have to put Kim in the reflection pool. Kim, oh, no. You go straight to the reflection pool. Oh, we're bad people. No, just when I think we're growing. Just when I think maturity is coming to the set. Bad people. Oh, Derek Anderson out of line. You guys been hanging out in Australia, have you? Aaron, you guys have been hanging out in Australia. Nope. I know where you guys went for Thanksgiving. We lost all our growth in 1 minute. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, no. I can't believe this. I was just talking about Waffle House, you guys. Where'd you go? We all went straight to Australia, every one of you. Oh, Kim, that was a hoot. Calico says Kim's a hooter. And Nerdy, have a good day. I hope you laugh all the way. Just went right off the rails. We went straight to Hooters. Oh, no. Okay. Let's get back to work. Bubblegum, she's an equal opportunity coordinator. Oh, she went to Australia for the weekend. I know she did. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Next. Oh, no, I can't believe it. Stop it. All right. We're going to work. We're done playing. Oh, jeez. That's funny. The whole thing, and especially you guys are bad. You're all laughing and think it's hilarious. Taylor Reese, somebody just cracked a joke and just made every one of us laugh our nipples off. See what I did there? Oh, no. I can't believe what you guys do around here. Okay, I'm supposed to be getting serious. Oh, Kimmy, that was good. Article: Psychedelics could reduce the effect of brain injuries from domestic abuse. It's a very real thing, the brain injury due to domestic abuse. People beating their spouses, and I'm going to say it, it's usually a man to a woman, right? It's not that a man's never been domestically abused. I'm not saying that's not the case. But it's predominantly going to be a male putting TBI on a woman, which is called traumatic brain injury. Ladies laying in the hospital or in the emergency room with a swelled brain. Psilocybin could help reverse brain damage from domestic violence related injuries A new rodent study suggests the psychedelic compound reduces inflammation. Look what Cassidy says, severe traumatic brain injury is why he began using psilocybin. There's an anti-inflammatory ingredient, and it actually reduces the swelling of your brain. It's used in other anti-inflammatory applications for us internally as well. Okay? It also reduces anxiety. Anxiety in our brain causes our brain to swell. Why is psilocybin a good anti-anxiety therapy? Why? Because we're actually reducing the size of our brain. We're taking some of the swelling out that happens just as our blood vessels race to our brain in anxious times. Anxiety. That's pretty phenomenal. Thank you, nature. It does a whole lot more than just anti-inflammatory. Give me 5 people who want to know a little bit more about how it's helping traumatic brain injury. Only if you're interested. Why would I talk about something you're not interested in? Who wants to hear a little more? I always do that to you guys to see if you're paying attention or if I'm on the right course. Should we go back to talking about the Waffle House? No, Pops. Okay? Should we tell Kim to come back from Australia? Yes. Let's learn a little more. It improves memory and learning after the brain trauma has been reduced. Victims who are physically attacked regularly can develop which is called MTBI, mild traumatic brain injuries, and brain injury and damage from non-fatal strangulation. When they're strangling her, doesn't kill her, lets her off the hook, but does it to a degree that they're just panic beyond belief and maybe even pass out, but don't kill them. That's when blood or oxygen flow to the brain is temporarily cut off. Both injuries have been linked to inflammation in the brain and reduced neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to form new connections between nerve cells. We have the ability to form new connections between brain cells, but it takes good oxygen flow, oxygenated blood. When that's cut off and our brain's inflamed, we're going to experience a lot of traumatic injury. Researchers at Monash University, Vancouver Island, and the University of Victoria tested whether the compound could reverse these chronic effects. Josh Allen, Mujan Sun, and their colleagues wrote, chronic neurobehavioral sequelae from the IPV bi are associated with neuroinflammation and impaired neuroplasticity. And effective treatment options are scarce, particularly in context of the IPV. However, psilocybin, which is a 5-HT2A receptor agonist, means it agonizes or greases, as we like to say. The HT, we always just cut it short and call it a 2A receptor, but it's actually a 5-HT2A. It takes and it agonists, it's an agonist against or towards that receptor with therapeutic potential. in psychiatric disorders that share overlapping pathophysiology, such as brain injury. This study evaluated, Sam Posick has it right, except Sammy, you'll put a dash between the 5 and the H, just officially. But we call it a 2A receptor for short. Okay, but it's a 5-HT2A. This study evaluated psilocybin's effects on behavior, cognition, and neurobiology in a novel rat model of recurrent IPV. As most IPV victims are female, the team performed the experiments on female rats. The animals underwent daily mild brain injuries, poor things, followed by 90 seconds of stimulated strangulation for 5 days, followed by 16 weeks of recovery. 4 months after the injuries, rats received either psilocybin or a placebo injection. After 24 hours, they completed tests assessing memory, learning, motivation, and anxiety. Psilocybin activates the 2A receptors, which is a type of serotonin receptor involved in mood, mental processes, and brain adaptability. The researchers also used a drug that blocks these receptors to determine their role in any observed effects. The authors wrote, to investigate whether psilocybin's effects were on the 2A receptor dependent additional rats, received pre-treatment with selective another H2T2A antagonist 1 hour before the psilocybin administration. The rats showed less anxiety-like and depression-like behaviors after receiving the compound, while performing better in memory and learning tests. As the study involved rats, the findings can't be applied to humans, but future clinical trials are scheduled and will be needed to determine whether the compound is safe. The researchers concluded these findings suggest psilocybin's antidepressant, procognitive, and anti-inflammatory and neuroplasticity enhancing effects hold promise for improving help with chronic brain injury. The outcomes and highlight show the critical role of the 2A receptors in mediating psilocybin's therapeutic benefits. The science is there, people. Science is there. We are learning. Science doesn't know all the answers, but science learns. That's what we're doing right now. Learning. I love it. Psilocybin and the good old 2A receptor, the 5-HT2A receptor. Brain injury. One of these days we're going to help the paralyzed. I don't know. Watch this stuff, you guys. It's beautiful. Give me five people that think that's awfully cool. Give me 5 people that are like, you know what? Natural plant. Nature put it out there for us to find. And find the honest and correct applications of such a thing. It makes you feel proud to grow it, doesn't it? Doesn't it make you feel proud to be involved, to be, here we are on the cutting edge? I agree with you, Classic. The poor rats, though. I mean, the poor little guy has to be strangled every day, etc. I know. Poor little fellas. Seriously. But we're learning. We talked about shame last week, and we never really continued because I got carried away with other things. I'm gonna go back and cover shame just a little bit more. I I saw it at at a 12-step meeting that I attended as a guest. I saw it at in a very active phase. And then I saw the exact opposite. I saw people sitting next to another one, and they would say their name, and they would talk about things that may have once been shameful to them, but they're now turning into a lesson for somebody that's sitting in the same room with a lot less sobriety, and sharing that experience or that time of shame and brightening up somebody else's day, making it easier for them to live one more day courageously and hopefully come back the next day. That is a miracle, you guys. That some of the things that you and I have gone through that are shameful to you or were, and they literally were causing death, spiritual death for you, can literally be converted to be the exact opposite today. The exact opposite. 108, we take that exact experience, flip it 180 degrees, and no longer is it causing self-death, strangling our own spirit. Then we can take that exact thing, turn it around, and make it like a floral bouquet for somebody. Breath giving, life breath giving. Think about that. It's often how we use the words. It's why we want to practice our first agreement, being impeccable. We're not going to tell somebody else about our experience as we put them down. Well, you're an idiot. If you'd have just done it like me. When you deliver the message of your past experience with a deliberate desire to help somebody, you will. It will. Are you guys hearing me this morning? Is anybody feeling what I'm saying? Self-kindness versus self-judgment. Self-kindness versus self-judgment. People can see this guy's kind to himself. I watched it. There's a room. Every time I went in that room for a series of nights in a row, it was good to see again. If you haven't been to a 12-step meeting, you're feeling good, you're not needing to pick anything up, that doesn't mean don't go to one of the rooms and just check them out. It's beautiful to see people working together and sharing like we do here. Oh, well, we're thousands of miles apart. There's a group about 5 minutes away from your house somewhere. Walk in again. Please. You don't have to go every night. You don't have to do 90 and 90. Just walk in again. Remind yourself how beautiful people working together looks. What beautiful people working together look like. The effort they're putting into each other. Now they have a purpose. That's right, Kim. We have a purpose. Everybody that comments here, has a purpose. The people that are lurking have a purpose. Usually we shouldn't call them lurking, they might be working and they can't comment. But they're paying attention. I gotta get away from the word lurk. And to me it sounds creepy. The people that are just not available to comment but are here. Thank you for them. Thank you for you guys. What are you sharing in your homes? What are you sharing to your mates? To your spouses? Michael Allen, that's fine. Good morning, by the way, Michael. Good morning. Good morning to Taylor Reese. Listeners, I like that. Make it that simple. Are you sharing self-kindness in your home? Do your kids see you being kind to yourself? Good morning again, Michael. Do your kids see you being kind to yourself, kind to their mother, kind to your parents? I was in a situation this week. Where one of the children of one of the parents was snappy. The parent would say something that the child would snap back at the parent. More than once. Now I'm just a neutral observer. But I see this snap back at a parent from a child. That's a big sign. When your kids snap at you, that's a big sign. That's a lot of anxiety in the little gal. That's a lot of not being probably the model of communication needs to improve in the home. No, I don't think that's right, Sam. That was the old days. The old days were that. We create the environments in our homes. Be kind to your parents, kids. If you're living with parents, think of what they've been through in their life. They didn't have all of the opportunities and exposure that we do today. I can look back at times when I was taking care of my mom. I took care of her for her last 8 years. I snapped at her. I did. She'd get me anxious, annoyed. Those kooky old habits of hers, sometimes annoying. Don't pretend your kids don't annoy you. Don't pretend. Don't pretend that you don't annoy them. Huh? But a lot of the annoyance can be avoided. Oh, I saw annoyance this week. Tons of love, don't get me wrong. But also the little annoyances that don't need to be. People model themselves off of the people they're around. Did you know that? You start mimicking the people you hang around with. Families tend to act the same. I sound like my dad. People couldn't tell the difference between my brother and myself when we answered the phone. Which one was it? Especially back in the day when the phone was on the wall and you would call the house and somebody would answer, hello, and start talking. They'd think I was my brother. My brother, they'd think it was me. Sisters, same thing. I can't tell the difference between two of my sisters. Two of my sisters write exactly the same. Why am I saying all of this? What are you modeling in your home? I want you to really think about it, you guys. These aren't the... I know I'm asking them in a rhetorical sense, the question, but think about it. Who here wants more kindness and peace in their home than there is today? No matter what the level is. You may think it's great right now, or it's not really great. But don't you want more? No matter what it is. More peace, more kindness, more thoughtfulness of one another. What can I do for you today? Is the best way to start. I used to practice that with a lady I lived with. It was our rule, more or less, quote unquote. It was sort of a rule. But we never wrote it down and never assigned it or anything. It was just like we started practicing this every morning. Once is all I had to say it. I would say, is there anything I can do for you today? To start out my day. I'm having breakfast, right before breakfast. Is there anything I can, very sincerely, not going robotically, anything, I said it yesterday, I'm saying it tomorrow, I'm going to say it. Very sincerely, is there anything I can do for you today? Now be ready for an answer. It might be pick up the milk on the way home from work. It might be, would you please take out the trash? It might be, no, there's nothing. But it gives them an opportunity to ask you to do something for them. It gives you the opportunity to be open to it. Right? And what a beautiful way to start off your day. I'm open to serve you today. What could that task be? That's an act of love. The first thing you've done, maybe after a good morning kiss or whatever, is asked how I can help. It's really hard to be angry at that person. Most people don't reply after you said, is there anything I can do for you today? Shut the F up. And now you go about each other's day all angry at each other. Well, he should have asked. He should have known to get it. Think about that. Think about it. Is there anything I can do for you today? It's such a gorgeous act of service. And usually whatever it is going to be relatively small. Or something, maybe they'll say, yeah, remember when you mentioned you would do something? Do you think you could do it today? And you're like, oh my goodness. I have been procrastinating that. Let me get to it. Thank you for reminding me. I'm telling you. I was supposed to talk about shame. But I'm talking about self-kindness in the home instead right now. I got carried away. Self-kindness in your home. I watched it modeled some between my sister and brother-in-law this week. They're so helpful to one another. They're smooth as silk. Honey, can you get the ladder out of the garage? Next thing you know, boom, the ladder's coming in and they're both hanging a wreath together. The easiest things that we can ask from each other, just deliver with goodness and kindness. Ask in a good way. Self-compassion. Is any of this ringing a bell for any of you? I mean it. Can we do a better job of communicating in our house? Thank you, Lynette. Thank you. Especially with people that are annoying us. Don't experience the annoyance. Because if you did, you're practicing the second agreement. I'm not practicing, which is don't take it personal. There's a reason that person has that snappy. Maybe work with them on what's making them snap. Maybe work on that part. Hey, I understand what the way you're communicating with me is a little uncomfortable. Whatever you have that's annoying you, let me know. I can see if can I help you. We don't know what other people are going through. We only know what we can model. I can be honest with you and tell you, if you're the calm one and you're not reacting, you ever notice in a fight the guy that always wins, is husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know who always wins? The quiet one. The one that speaks softly. You don't have to be quiet. You speak softly while the other one's raging. Ragers are losing. I've raged and I'm always losing when I rage. When I speak softly, carefully, kindly, I will always be winning. It brings the rage level down too, by the way. 2 ragers equal a hurricane. Forget about the peace for the day. When you express self-kindness, I'm not going there. I'm not going to allow myself to be annoyed. I'm not going to respond to anger and rage. I'm going to be a peaceful, centered person in the midst. You're the attractive one. You're the change agent. I promise you. Your family will start to model that. I promise you, I watched it happen this week. Everything can be raging around, and all of a sudden one guy is centered and peaceful and calm and level-headed and common sense. He brought it all back down to earth. No, I don't mean silent treatment, Kello. I mean the one that speaks softly when I say the quiet one. Self-compassion, I'm going to end with this. See, it all starts with you. You have to be the self. You have to be the kind one. You have to be the compassionate one. First to yourself. Right? Once you have it, you can give it away. Once you give it away, you get it back. You might be getting it back in a room full. This stuff is so phenomenal, you guys. I can't even begin. It boggles my mind. We can get back a room full, giving away just a little what we have. We manifest it. Can you imagine the power we have? And we don't exercise it in a positive way, usually. We take the power and turn the houses of tumult. We can bring it to here, and we can bring it to there for a complete house, not just community. So much power when we practice it. So much power when the words are kind and good and true. And they're not gossipy, and they're not annoying, and they're not snappy. So much power. And attraction. And I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about spiritual attraction. Like, I want to be like that guy. I'm calm and centered when that person's talking to me. I don't want to be the storm in the room. How can I not? Do what he's doing. That could be you. That's you. You're that person. Especially because you know better today. You're hearing a message no one else is hearing today. You're being reminded in our mental gym, our emotional gym here today, you're being reminded to be self-kind. Project it into your environment. You're being reminded. To be the self-kind one. To be the one filled with self-compassion. And use it as an example. Self-compassion entails being warm and understanding towards ourselves and to others. And when we suffer, fail, or feel inadequate, rather than ignore our pain or flagellate ourselves with self-criticism, we can be self-compassionate towards ourselves and towards others. Self-compassionate people recognize that being imperfect, failing, and experiencing life's difficulties are inevitable. So they tend to be gentle with themselves and with others. When confronted with painful experiences, rather than getting angry when life falls short, to share compassion. We can talk a little bit more about that, self-compassion. It involves recognizing that suffering and personal inadequacy is part of the shared human experience. Something we all go through, rather than something that happens to me alone. We can share that in the room. Mindfulness is a non-judgmental, receptive mind state. We want to be mindful in our homes. Mindful. It's a non-judgmental, receptive mind state in which one observes thoughts and feelings as they are without trying to suppress them. We cannot ignore our or other people's pain and feel compassion for it at the same time. At the same time, mindfulness requires that we not be over-identified with thoughts and feelings so that we can be caught up and swept away with negativity. That's what happens in homes. Too much. Give me 5 people, we'll end here. Looks like a lot of you are leaving this morning. Give me 5 people here that believe they can be more of a change agent in their home, and just practice it today. Bring mindfulness, bring self-compassion, and therefore spreading compassion to others, and self-kindness to your home today. I know I can. I can to all the people I'm going to interact with today. I'm mindful of it today. I got a message. I can be the peaceful one. I can be the one that doesn't react to the snap or to the annoyance. I can be the non-snap backer. I don't need to snap back. I don't need to be annoyed. I can be the centered one, and people go, let's be more like that in our house. Especially if you're a parent. Especially if you're taking care of a parent. I've been there. They get annoying. You get overwhelmed from the burden of them. I know. I know a lot of you here are taking care of parents. They're our kids again now, you guys. They're your kids now. They put in their time. They are now your kids. How are you going to treat your kids? Are you going to treat them as bad as you treat your aging parent? Usually no. Usually no. Treat them with gorgeous love and kindness. They'll get less snappy. They'll get less annoying. Right, Michael? And even if you don't live with them and they're calling you and you had to interact with them over holidays and this and that, our parents deserve our respect. No matter what they put us through, 99% of the time they were doing the best they could. Our parents deserve our respect. Our children deserve our respect. We deserve our own self-respect. 4 things. Be impeccable with our word and our actions. That's where our power comes from. That's our magic. Our defense shield, what keeps us from kryptonite. Kryptonite can never get to us. And other than that, there's nothing in the universe that can get to me, except taking something personal. That's kryptonite. If I don't pick up kryptonite, it can't hurt me. I won't take anything personal. Don't take things personal. Leave the kryptonite alone. Other than that, you're Superman. Have no expectations or assumptions. Make none. Those are regrets waiting to happen. You're setting yourself up. Don't set yourself up. So that's silly. And we can control it. I can live the most peaceful life if I don't have an expectation. I just do the right thing, and I know it'll manifest the right things around me. I know it will. Especially if I'm doing my best, number 4. Do your best. In all these 3 areas, experience self-love, self-kindness, self-compassion, and spread it. Good deal? Is that a good deal? We all can do that today. Bring a little humor along with you. I'm going to scroll out this morning. It's a pretty good deal, you guys. I mean it. We get to do it. We get to be our family's change agent and our community's change agent. And we talked about it this morning. So now it's in our consciousness. Now we can do it with self-awareness. It all starts with self. Let me scroll you guys out of here. I love being here this morning. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow morning, God willing, and the creek don't rise. let's just keep hanging out with each other, please. Please, please, let's not lose momentum. The holidays are coming. There's gonna be a lot of loneliness. There's gonna be lonely people. There's gonna be ways we can be of more service. And soon, maybe a week or two from now, we'll talk about Secret Santa. Those of you that might want to do a Secret Santa, okay? Pray for Indonesia, Emmanuel Christian. Okay, we will. Politics aside, everyone needs prayer. We're going to have a great day today. Finding ways to experience our self-kindness and our self-compassion. Spreading it. And then, again, as the holidays come, we'll start having to play in the background holiday music, and we're going to have to start finding ways to step up and help a lonely, a homeless, a hungry. Those people they're going to be more abundant. Okay? Let's get you scrolled out of here. Mike Barabal and Joe Dees, thank you for the welcome. Derek Anderson and Cyber Jolie, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Michael Allen and Zozo and Hags, I'm snapping at you, my good friend. Good deal. Bubblegum. he's still at the Waffle House looking for stuff. Mike Barabal, Anthony Hunt, thank you. Joe Dees and Marky Z, Mr. Phillips, Emmanuel Christian, Lynette, good morning. Calico Meow Kitty, my guy. Derek Anderson and Pidgey Page. Cleanies love, peace, and Bud Grease. And now he's selling Bud Grease. Taylor Reese, thank you for being here today. Please come back. Kim, International Kindness Association with an Australian twist today. Mike Bartopol, Sarah Bear, I'm hugging that little stuffed animal. Michael Shanti, be an example, turn the ordinary extra. Boom, lands another good one. Derek Anderson, Carney, the Carnivorous Carnivorton, Trenty, the Trenty Trenterson, Mike Barabal and Michael Allen, it was nice to see you. Don and Michael, Marky Z, Bubblegum, Kello, that's about right. Derek and Michael, homeless dogs too. You've always getting us, remind us about the dogs. Thank you. Mike and Summerweed, thank you, my dear. Jesus Christ in Australia. Sarah Bear and Herbie, Von Werby, Cabroken, Furby, Kabab. Mike Barabal and Don and Jesus and Kello. And Sue Little, thanks for the work you're doing out there, Sue. Aaron and Taylor Reese and Laura, have a divine day. Kimberly's getting fleeky. Calico, thank you. Sue and Mike, Jesus and Herbie Von Werb and Taylor and Ghastly. No, he's not ghastly. He's gruesome, but he's not ghastly. Joe Dees, Danny the Dinny Dan Dando, Wizzy Wazzy Wazio. You got what I'm talking about, Fabio. Niffy, good morning, my love. Joe and British man, hello. Greetings from Newcastle, England. Love it. Susu and Derek and Butterball. Pops, peace, share, kindness today. And we'll come back and do it again tomorrow. Pops out.